Hey everyone. So I've got some time on my hands right now on a Tuesday, so I'm doing this week's video now rather than waiting until the weekend because I actually have plans this weekend. And this is my song by song by song by song look into a musical. And I got one response, and that was for Next to Normal. So Next to Normal is the very first show I'm going to be analyzing. Thanks, Spartan867. I am very excited to be looking at Next to Normal because I have another Next to Normal related project going on. More on that at a later date. But before we get started, there are a couple things I need to tell you guys. First off, spoiler warning. It's a story, and I'm going to talk about it. So I'm going to spoil some things. Second, trigger warning. Seriously. Musicals have the reputation of just being happy and fun and silly and goofy and romantic, and some of them are like that. Some of them are more of a mixed bag. Next to Normal is infamous for being an angsty cry fest of unpleasant topics, like Les Mis, but with less prostitution. And so at the beginning of the series, I am going to just give a general warning that there are certain things you need to know about this show. And so I wrote a brief summary with a bit of a trigger warning. Next to Normal is a musical with music by Tom Kitt and book and lyrics by Brian Yorkey. Opening on Broadway on April 15th, 2009, Next to Normal tells the story of the Goodman family. Particularly, the show is about Mother Diana's struggles with bipolar depression and how her mental illness affects the other members of her family. The play was nominated for 11 Tony Awards and won 3 of them, as well as the Pulitzer Prize for Drama. Next to Normal is often praised for its brutal honesty regarding its subject matter, and therefore contains many potentially upsetting moments surrounding mental illness, grief, and suicide. And when things get a little extra heavy, I'll make sure to flash a trigger warning on that particular video as well. But I wanted to make it clear from the beginning that there are a lot of upsetting topics going on in this particular musical. Which is exactly why I'm doing my other project with it, because my other project needs all of the angst possible. I can't go into too many details without spoiling things, both the project I'm working on and Next to Normal spoilers, but essentially it's a reaction to Infinity War by Tony Stark. We've got all that out of the way, let's get started with the prelude. Now, most musicals have an overture which goes through bits and pieces of the most popular songs in order to warm the orchestra up. Next to Normal doesn't have that. It has less than 30 seconds of instrumental that goes right before the first scene. Even with just that tiny amount of time, we can still get a great sense of the themes of chaos and order and light and darkness that are prevalent throughout the entire show. There's these dissonant strings going on behind this beautiful classic style, whole optimistic piano, and there's drums and there's a rock sound, and it's very indicative of the conflicts that are going on within the characters throughout the show. And for more on that, you'll have to wait. Okay, I love you, bye-bye.